Hi YouTube world, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome. These are videos that I love watching and I hope that you love watching. It's all the products I've actually used, tested, finished. Will I re-buy them? Have I already repurchased them? Are they staples in my life? I mean, I feel like this is a great way to get to know me from like a beauty perspective. Apologies for the AC, but it is warm in New York City and I gotta keep it running, otherwise I'm gonna melt. If you are interested in everything that's on my face, I will post the video in the comments section down below where I created this look, which I'm feeling very happy with. It's very summery and yeah, kind of lifted my spirits playing with this palette and creating this look. So without further ado, let's get started because there's a lot of trash to go through. Let's start with some hair care products. So tried and true in my life is Original Head and Shoulders. I mean, I go through these, my husband uses it. I have a very finicky scalp, so I do use other types of shampoos, but every so often I will use this in between just to clarify and not overstrip my scalp. I just find it to be very, very effective, especially in the summer months. Another product that I really ended up loving was the Verb Hydrating Mask. I purchased this last year because I was going to be in a swimming pool a lot and I needed something kind of to rehydrate my hair. I don't know that it was as hydrating as I needed it to be when I was in chlorine nearly every day or every other day, but now that I use it more in my kind of like regular life where I'm not in chlorine every other day, it worked much better and I liked the amount of hydration it imparted into my hair, but it didn't weigh it down, which is very easy for products to weigh down my hair. So I like what it did. Would I repurchase it? Yes. Here's another hair care product from Amika. This is their Reset Cooling Gel Conditioner. This is a line that is specifically made for the scalp, sensitive scalps and things. I liked this. I didn't love it. It was nice. It was smoothing. It had kind of a cooling minty vibe to it. I don't know that I would repurchase it, but it wasn't a bad product. Here is Pacifica's Coconut Superpower Deep Conditioning Damage Control Mask. I didn't find that this was conditioning enough. I like the scent of it. I like that it's Pacifica, but yeah, it's not my favorite. This is the Aveda Air Control Hairspray. I almost use all of this. It's like down to here, but the stupid nozzle broke and I cannot fix it. I've tried everything. I love the scents of Aveda's products. I think they just have really beautiful scents. And I like this hairspray in particular because it's not very heavy or sticky. And I don't really use hairspray often, so truly this probably lived in my bathroom for years because I used it that infrequently. Here is a favorite hair care product I keep repurchasing. I adore it. It is a hair treatment mask. It is Swan Wen Hua by Lush. This smells like Christmas morning. It has the most decadent cinnamon nutmeg smell and it does wonders for your hair, and your hair ends up smelling like this for days if not a week and a half. It's incredible. I actually save all of these containers and eventually I think with a certain amount of containers at a Lush store you swap out and they give you a face mask. This one is a really cool product. This is by Redken. It is the Wool Shake 08. I had to stop using it because it just, again, I don't use a lot of kind of styling products, so my styling products sit for so long because I really use them maybe a handful of times a year, and so the product eventually starts to turn like gloopy. This one lasted like 6 years, but it's time. I would recommend it though. What it does is it's sort of like a gel in a spray format. And so if you want to create like big hair, like big 80s hair, where you don't want to tease your hair, but you want that kind of texture of just, let's say you crimped your hair, you really want to extend it out to like almost be like a lioness. This is that product. It's such a cool product. I wear this like sometimes if I went to a concert or something and I want my hair to be like really big, and then I would smooth my hair out and my ponytail would be just this like massive kind of crunchy ponytail. It's a look. It's a look. It doesn't feel great in the hair, but if you want kind of a very editorial look, this is the product. Here's a candle I finished. I have a lot of candles and I figured I need to start telling people about candles because some of them are great and some of them aren't. But I do have a love affair with Nest fragrance candles, and this one here is a favorite of mine. It's Sicilian Tangerine. And if you are just looking for almost like a sweet tangerine but not overly sweet, it really does smell like you are walking on an Italian island in the summer and it's just the fruit trees. It's really, really nice and clean and bright. I would recommend it. Nest candles are fairly expensive, but I find that they do their job. Like, you just burn them for a very little bit of time and they'll fill a room. So they're very, very effective. Whereas I think sometimes I have candles from Bath and Body Works and they're not as effective, and I can burn them and I'm not really getting a lot of throw. These are really, really good. This one's a bit of a bummer. This is from Sol de Janeiro. It is their Copacabana Bronze Glow Oil. It's this here. This is sort of a wonderfully smelling product. Smells like their Boom Boom Cream. It is really light and gel-like, beautiful to put on yourself and your legs, and it just gives you the nicest glowy sheen with some bronze. The issue is that it doesn't dry down completely, and if you sweat or if you're in an environment where water is falling from the sky or water's coming from somewhere else, like your body, you will be a streaky mess. I tried to make this work so many times, and all the times I would wear this, which is more like if I was in Florida and going out, it was gross. I mean, I could easily stain even the car. So I don't think this is a great product because I feel like they really should have a product that dries down completely. I think there's a reason why this product came out and it was like super popular for 1 minute and then it sort of faded into the background and you saw it on sale everywhere. I have a feeling people figured out this stuff will stain your car. It will stain sheets. It will stain your clothing. It will stain. Not good, not good. Here is a deodorant that I finished. This is from Lume. It is in warm vanilla. This one is one of those where you click it up. Lume is a deodorant where I keep wanting to try more of their products because I can't believe I'm not in love with them as much as I should be. I love natural deodorants. I love trying new ones. The issue is, at least in this type of format, it melts really easily and gets really messy. Lume also, at least for all the scents I've tried in the line, and I think I've tried about 7 scents, there is a base scent. I think it's part of the root that's in there, or the tapioca. I'm not sure what it is, but it's a very earthy scent that kind of is a little hard for me to get past. So even any of their scents that sit above that, I still smell that underlying scent and it's not good. It's really not good. Now, it does dissipate, and I do find this to be a much long wearing kind of formula, but you kind of have to get over that initial hump. I have a reaction to it, but I know a lot of people don't. My sister said that she didn't really smell that pungency. I smelled it though, and I really, really don't like it. But anywho, this is the warm vanilla. don't talk about this a lot, but I really love this product. This is from DHC. It's their Silky Cotton Pads. Now, I try to use reusable pads for products, but there are certain skincare products that really should go on disposable tabs, mainly things that have like a type of expensive acid. So I'm thinking of like my P50. So these are the type of pads, they don't leave any kind of residue. They soak up just enough product that you can use it to tone properly and you're not overusing product. So I do love those in particular. It's by Burts Bees. It's their honey lavender body wash. This smells like a spa. It smells wonderful. It's a lavender that is gentle, sweet. There's a little bit more sweetness because of the honey, but it's definitely more lavender and floral. It's super relaxing. It has a really nice lush vibe to it, and I would definitely recommend it, and it's affordable. This did not work for me. So this is the fragrance lock. It's supposed to be a spray that you spray over your fragrances, and it helps the fragrance last longer. I don't know if it was just the way that this was packaged and there's other products out there. I'm gonna go on a hunt because I know that there must be something that helps fragrances last longer. Some fragrances I have already have really good staying power, but some don't, and I want to be able to help them before I sort of like discard them. Anyway, this one didn't work. This is something I keep repurchasing. I love it. It is my favorite micellar water, and it's by Garnier, the one in the pink bottle. I find it to be very, very similar to Bioderma, which I was kind of a fan of for a very, very long time. And then I discovered this one, and this one is just great. It doesn't irritate my eyes, and it's just wonderful. Here's another great product that I have repurchased. It's great at removing blackheads. Use it twice, your blackheads are gone, especially if you're someone like me who gets a lot of blackheads, especially around the nose, chin area. I feel like those areas are always clogged for me. This product by Philosophy is excellent. Philosophy has some really beautiful products, but you kind of have to know which ones are the most effective. And I just find this one to be extraordinary. It's a clay-based mask that has little particles in it that help remove that buildup that happens in those areas. I just use it pinpointedly in those areas, and it just works miraculously. By the second time of using it, you'll see those pores are 100% clear. You use it the first time, you'll see maybe about half of them are gone, and that second time is really the key. Here's a product that I liked for a while, but I think I've changed my mind on. This is by Visanti. It's the Brighten Up Enzymatic Face Rejuvenator. It's an exfoliating cleanser with microcrystals and aloe. This one here, I almost completed it, but I just started to find that it was sort of irritating my skin a little bit. I wonder if it just didn't live in my shower too long and the product just turned. Had used this product, one entire tube of it before, and I really liked it, which is why I purchased it. So I think it's still a good product, and I just think mine went bad. Here is the Caudalie Vinosource Creme SOS Hydration Intense. This is a bit too hydrating for me. I did pan it. It is empty, 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 but it was difficult for me to do. It's very, very thick. It's something I would mostly wear in the winter all over my face, or I would just stick to the perimeters of my face, which are the drier parts of my face. I wouldn't repurchase it, but if you are a dry skin person, it might be just what the doctor ordered. Ooh, I'm seeing a lot of favorites coming up. So this one is the Method Polish by Lancer. The name has already rubbed off. This was an excellent, excellent physical exfoliating scrub. If you're looking for that smoothing, even somewhere on your body, I do like this more than the Visanti, and so I would repurchase this. This is really, really nice. A beautiful toner by MISSHA is the Time Revolution First Treatment Essence. This one here, I panned it. It's a nice, beautiful frosted glass bottle, very heavy. contains a ton of product at a reasonable price. This is a great hydrating toner, but it isn't overly hydrating. So if you are a combo skin person like myself, this works beautifully. If you are a dry skin person, maybe you want to do 2 layers of this and you will love it. There's nothing offensive about the scent or irritating. It's just a lovely product by MISSHA. Another tried and true product in my life is Clarins Double Serum. This is a fully empty bottle. I already have a brand new one that I'm using. I love this stuff. There's a reason it's iconic. I just find sometimes this is the only thing that needs to go on my skin, especially in the summer months where I don't need to layer up so much. This has just the right amount of hydration and actives to keep my skin soothed and looking really, really good. Favorite vitamin C of all time, Drunk Elephant, the C Firma. This is wonderful. You got to use it, or if not, it's going to turn. And unfortunately, this one, I made it almost a little bit before it really just darkened up on me. I did use it. It's quite hydrating and it does have a pungent smell to it, but I don't mind it at all. It is really, really effective and it gets absorbed in my skin. I also don't find that it breaks me out. Some vitamin C's do that and this one doesn't do it. So by far, this is my favorite and most repurchased vitamin C. Here's a mini of it. Here's another cleanser that I really loved and it's excellent. Another K-Beauty brand. This is by Dear Klairs. It is their Gentle Black Fresh Cleansing Oil. This oil does not contain any fragrances. It will not irritate your eyes. It is so gentle, but you must get this kind. There is another kind from their line and I don't hear great things about it. This one is wonderful. I would absolutely repurchase this. This is my favorite face oil, cleansing oil that I have ever found, which is a very difficult thing to say because in that slot for a long time was the Dermalogica Pre Cleanse. I will only put this in that first slot because it is completely unfragranced, whereas Dermalogica's, although it's not fragranced by unnatural means, it's fragrance nonetheless with some botanicals, and I know that some people can have like sensitivity to that. So this one, yeah, this is a great cleanser. Here's the Micellar water by Clarins. This is the cleansing micellar water. This one was nice, but I found it wasn't nearly as effective as my Garnier, and it's like 4 times the price. So I would not repurchase this. This is from Josie Maran, a pineapple enzyme pore clearing cleanser. I want to love Josie Maran products, but I just don't have good luck with it, and I really didn't care for this. I didn't find it to be particularly cleansing in the way I like things to be cleansing. I thought it was actually too stripping for my skin, and yeah, I didn't even enjoy the experience of cleansing with it. Here is a good cleanser that I've enjoyed. This is by IT Cosmetics. It's Confidence in a Cleanser. I've gone through a large one of this. This is a travel size. It's a good cleanser. Would I repurchase it? Probably not. I kind of get these as free gifts and I'll use them for travel, but when I think of my favorite cleansers, this doesn't sit up there, but it is a good one. It is a good one. For stubborn eye makeup removal, Clinique Take the Day Off makeup remover for lids, lashes. This stuff is great. I love it. I love this size of it. And I find this to be much more effective than their cleansing balm or their cleansing wipes. So this is still kind of the OG for me. Oh, here's a fragrance that kind of turned on me, unfortunately. This is by Clinique. It's My Happy Cocoa and Cashmere. This has a really nice scent to it. It kind of smells a little like chocolate, but not overwhelmingly so. But unfortunately, I found that it turned really quickly. So I thought that was a little bit weird, but I did enjoy it. Would I repurchase it? No, because for me, a shelf life of a fragrance has to be a lot longer than this one. I think this one was just like 10 months. I use this all up. This is a nail polish thinner. Great to have around if you have a huge nail polish collection like I do, and you start to see that your nail polish gets a little gloopy. just put a few drops of this in and it thins out the formula and it's like back to normal. So highly recommend this if you're a fan of doing your own nails at home. Speaking of nail care products, this is from Nail Tech. It is a strengthener. I used this as much as I could. At the tail end here though, it started to kind of change formulation. It doesn't dry down completely, so it's like fairly gloopy, but it's a good one. I am always on the lookout for a nail strengthener because I find that my nails can get quite brittle and weak, especially in the summer, and especially because I don't like to wash dishes with gloves or even clean with gloves. I know it's terrible. Well, it's why I also don't use toxic kind of materials, because I have to use my hands, and I do find that just my nails break really easily. So if you have any good recommendations of nail strengtheners, let me know, because I am absolutely willing to try. This was an interesting mask, but I will not repurchase. This is the Aptos Skincare Blue Spirulina Mask. It's supposed to be a hydrating mask. It was very, very temperamental, super finicky to use, and I would not repurchase this. Here's an SC Cuticle Oil in Apricot. It's a great oil. Unfortunately, mine has turned to a really foul scent, but I did use a lot of it, and so now I'm using another oil, but it is a good oil and I would recommend it. This is an interesting product. This is by e.l.f. It's the Mouth Off Lipstick Remover Pads. Comes in this little container here, and they're just small pre-moistened pads that you can use to wipe off your lipstick and reapply. This is particularly really good if you are a long wear lipstick person and you want to reapply your lipstick freshly throughout the day and not tear up your lips and trying to take it off. The issue is that the container though is not completely, like the seal is not perfect, and they dry out really easily. So I mean, I think they're only, it's like only $1 or so for this little container, but you'll end up kind of going through a lot. So maybe the best thing to do is sort of keep some of them in a little Ziploc and just swap them out when you're ready to preserve them. But it is a great idea. And again, like if you love long wear liquid lipsticks or lip stains, this stuff is really, really nice. Something I don't talk about often is a face planer. So that's these kind of blades here. This is how I kind of clean up my eyebrows and I take care of my little mustache. I love them. This is by, this is called Feather Flamingo. I love these. They sell them on Amazon and they're pretty affordable. They're very similar to the Lilibeth blades. That's how I started kind of doing my eyebrows this way, as I went to a Lilibeth store here in New York and they showed me how to use a planer, and I haven't looked back since. Waxing for me is a no-go around the eyes because I will easily like break out, and just pulling out hairs, even like threading or anything, it's just too painful for me. So I much prefer this, and so here's one that I have used up. Another hair care product I used up, this is the shampoo bar by Kitsch. This is tea tree and mint. It's clarifying. I did not like this. I like some of the shampoo bars from Lush, and I thought that this was maybe going to be a good dupe for some of them, but it wasn't. They weren't, well, at least this one wasn't particularly clarifying. It wasn't like a real nice experience either for my hair. It left my hair kind of grody. I didn't like this. I won't be repurchasing it. I do like a lot of their hair accessories, but yeah, this product is just not for me. Here is a volume and matte texture spray, Undone by Amika. This is actually really nice if you're looking for, again, something to give your hair a bit of a zhuzh. This is nice. It doesn't impart too much product, and this scent is really pleasant. As I mentioned, one of my favorite face cleansers of all time is the Dermalogica Pre Cleanse. This is a travel size that I used up. Ironically though, I do not like the Pre Cleanse Balm by Dermalogica. I don't feel like it cleanses anywhere near as good as the Pre Cleanse oil, and so I would not recommend the Pre Cleanse Balm. This was a pretty gentle cleanser. I would recommend it if you're looking just for a mild cleanser. This is from Clinique. It's All About Clean Liquid Facial Soap in Mild. This one here, it lasted a really long time, had a mild sudsing effect. So if you like something that suds a little to make you feel like you're washing your face clean, I think this really works well for people who have combo skin or sensitive skin or slightly on the oily side. Here's another one of the deodorants from Lume. This one is in a squeezy tube and it is in the scent Lavender Sage. I prefer this scent over the warm vanilla. Still has the same problem in that the base scent is sort of like a little off-putting to me, but I like that they have these little like trial sample travel size that you can test out different scents and see if it's a good product. This also is supposed to go in other parts of your body besides your armpit if you have trouble keeping odors at bay, and I think like this kind of squeezy tube is perfect to dispense just the right amount of product. Here I have some more samples that I used up by Sowasu Advanced First Care Activating Serum. I love this. I have it already. It's one of my favorite serums ever. It's beautiful. Highly recommend. This by Vanilla Co. It's the Dear Hydration Boosting Cream. This one, I didn't get it. I didn't find it to be particularly hydrating. I wouldn't repurchase. This is by Boscia, the Makeup Breakup Cool Cleansing Oil. It was okay. I do like a lot of Boscia's products, but this one doesn't really sit up there with my favorites. Here is from Ole Henriksen is the Glow Cycle Retin Alt Power Serum. This I really enjoyed. I mean, look, I squeezed every last bit out of it. I found my skin responded really well to it. I will absolutely purchase this as soon as I'm done with my current retinol. From Clinique, the Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. So I used to use the original moisturizer growing up, and this was sort of like a more water-based gel version. I did not like this. I found it to be sort of irritating on my skin, which is crazy because Clinique, for me, I think of it as a brand that doesn't irritate the skin, but this one did quite a number. This Essence by Amore Pacific, this is their vintage single extract essence. This one, I think this is very expensive stuff, and I did not nearly like it as much as I like the Serum Essence from Sowasu, so I would skip this. This is from Nest. It is their Ocean Mist and Coconut Water Fragrance Body Wipes. This one here, I don't particularly like the scent. I do not know what this is for because this is actually quite irritating on the skin, and if it makes it to any area that is prone to irritation, I mean, even if you wipe your armpits with this, you will experience pain. This has too much fragrance, a lot of alcohol. I did not care for this. From Virtue is the Exfoliating Scalp Treatment. It's a little travel size. I love Virtue hair products. I love the way they smell. I like what they do for my hair. I would repurchase this. They are very expensive though, so I kind of just keep an eye open at Ulta and see when they go on sale. The Coconut Water Infused Moisturizing Mask from e.l.f. It was nice, it was refreshing, and for the price point, I would repurchase it. I think they make really solid face masks. Here was a sample I received from Jane Iredale, Pure Pressed Based Mineral Foundation. I had always heard really great things about the Jane Iredale formula on pressed powder foundation. None of the shades were great, and I found it to be extremely heavy. This breaks my heart. This was a favorite foundation of mine. Favorite. I think I went through at least 6 bottles of this. This is the Healthy Foundation from Physicians Formula. This one here that I have is in the shade LN4. I used to wear LN3, LN4. Those idiots at Physicians Formula discontinued this product. I do not understand why, because I don't know that there's anyone who didn't rave about this product. I love this. Well, I had some backup bottles, and unfortunately, when I went to try to use this, even though I've kept it in a cool environment, it turned terribly, and I just experienced a lot of burning. I broke out immediately into a bit of a rash, and so I just knew this had gone terribly off. I mean, in all fairness, it says expires March 2021, so it is way beyond its expiry, but I thought, well, that might just be the sunscreen aspect and I could use sunscreen from another thing, but I thought maybe the foundation would still be okay, but it's not okay, and I'm so bummed out, and I really wish Physician Formula would listen to people and bring this back. Now, one of my favorite foundations is actually from Milk. It's their Sunshine Skin Tint. This is their old packaging where you can't reuse the packaging. I had mine in the shade medium. And so part of why I think that they reformulated this or reformulated the packaging was because it would form sometimes air pockets that then prevented any product from coming out of the tube any longer. And I tried to contact the company. They gave me some tips on how you get the air pocket out. I tried everything. It worked for a little bit and then it stopped working, and then it just, I can't get it out. And so there's a little bit of product left around, but it's not compressing itself at the end, and I can't seem to get it to work. But I love this. I already have a backup. It's one of my top 3 foundations. Here is a lip glaze from Nude Sticks. This is in the shade Nude 03. This is not nude at all. This is red. It's this here. This has a very strong, I don't even know why they call this Nude 03. It's a beautiful color, kind of a cranberry color. It has a very minty kind of quality to it, and it's very gloopy. And for that reason, it must leave my life. I will never use this. It's just so unpleasant to wear. It's super, super thick. This one by Flower Beauty, this was in Starlight. This is one of their Petal Pout lip masks. I hate this formula. I have gone through 2 entire Petal Pout lip masks. I find the formula to be very thick, very almost like fake smelling. This one in Starlight is a little bit better than the original clear one, but I do not like this product at all. It is not good. Here is an Lash It Loud by e.l.f., a mascara. I've gone through at least 4 of these, so this is one that I'm retiring, but I love this formula. I love the wand. It's this plastic bristle with these tiny, tiny bristles. You do have to be careful using it because you can poke an eye out. It's pretty sharp, but I just love that it grabs everything and it's just super easy and very affordable. This is by Ilia. This is their hydrating lip mask. I got a little mini of it. It's not great. It's not particularly hydrating. There's just nothing to it. I don't even like the texture of it. I don't understand how they got this so wrong. It doesn't have a strong scent to it or anything, so that's a plus, but I really just don't like this formula. It's not anything to write home about. I recently did a Tarte video on Tarte lip products, and in doing so I realized this one is beyond I'm okay wearing it any longer. This is one of the Maracuja Juicy Lips in the shade Mary Martini. It's a very pretty color, but it is so melty. And I almost used all of it up, but it is just beyond something I can put on. Super, super gloopy and melty. The newer one I have isn't like that, so I just know this is just no longer good. Another product that I'm sort of heartbroken about that I made the discovery in that video is one of their Sea Splash lipsticks in this beautiful component. This is in set sale. I tried this on after that video that I filmed, and ooh, the scent on this sucker is not good, and my lips felt like they were burning. Not a sensation I've ever encountered with it. It was a beautiful color. I used up quite a lot of the lipstick, but I realized I need to go through my lipsticks and get rid of some that have really turned. Here's a lip balm that surprised me that it was not as good as I thought it was going to be. This is from Nivea. This is their Milk and Honey Lip Care. I thought this was going to be awesome. You see, I've used up quite a bit, but I mean, milk and honey, like I was like, yes, this is great. And one of my favorite lip balms of all time is from Innisfree, and it is their Canola Honey Lip Balm. I thought this might be a dupe. I mean, it even looks like the other one. The problem with this It has a nice scent to it, like a honey milk scent, but the texture is super gritty. It is not smooth at all. It's like it has particles in it, and I wonder if some part of it didn't solidify. Just really bizarre. So I did not care for that. And I tried to use it like as a moisturizer on my elbows or something. It just has this like grittiness, these like gritty particles. Very, very weird. Here are a couple of other makeup products I'm parting with. This is from Glossier. This is from their Play line. I love this color. This is in the shade Nectar. It's sort of this mustard color. Unfortunately though, it's really, really dry. It's hard to get color from it, and it's not even a line they hold anymore. And I mean, this has been years and years that I've had this, so I think it's time to let it go. But I'm super bummed out, and I'm definitely in the market for a really cool mustard eyeliner. This is Cookies and Dreams lip gloss by e.l.f. It was the black lip gloss. This is so thick and gloopy when you actually get product on, and it's super hard to get product on. I don't know why this one doesn't seem to want to pick up product, but it doesn't. And even though it's black, when you actually put it on your lips, it makes your lips kind of look like they're a blackberry color. So I like the idea of it. Just unfortunately, the formula is really not good. And this is particularly offensive. This is from Maybelline. This is their vinyl, their Super Stay vinyl ink. I don't like this formula at all. This color, however, is really nice. This is the shade 40 Witty. This is a really cool kind of plumbed color. It's a plum, kind of grungy. It's really nice. The formula on me, I've shaken it, I've tried it several times. It's just too darn sticky. It's not particularly glossy. It's not particularly sticky. I just feel like my lips are so tacky all day long. I also hate whatever chemical is in here burns my lips upon application. It eventually dissipates, but I don't think my lips can even handle the application of it. It burns so badly. So for that reason, this is a dud. Here's a product that I thought I really liked, and unfortunately, as I kept wearing it, I realized the scent is a little too much for me. These are from Wet n Wild. They're Cloud Pout Marshmallow Lip Mousses, these here. I have mine in 2 shades. Chocolatey one is I Love You S'more, and this is Fluffer Nutter. They're really beautiful, and actually, like, I don't mind the scent initially, but it is so sickeningly sweet, and it does linger on me that it's a deal breaker. And this one, like this color on me is not even the best color, and this is like way too deep to wear in this type of formulation. So I don't know, there's a lot of misses for it, unfortunately. But if you like really sweet marshmallow smelling, kind of cotton candy smelling lip products, you might love this. I would just recommend kind of a mid-tone shade, because it's a type of product that it can move around on you. So, but they're not for me. I think that wraps it up. So I went through quite a lot, but it is so good to feel like I'm taking out my trash. So I tend to kind of do these every 4 to 6 months because it takes me a while to get products. So if you have products that you love so much that you tend to repurchase a lot, or if you have any thoughts about any of the products I discussed, let me know. I love to chat down below, and yeah, so we'll talk soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.